Good morning, everyone. Wow, who's tired? Let's have a seat. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I forget what I was gonna say. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alanna, and I'm a Canadian, originally from a small town outside of Toronto, Canada, but I have been living in a small town outside of London, England, for the last 7 years, which is kind of wild. And recently I was thinking, is the UK actually good for foreigners? You know, the day-to-day life. And that's what we're going to do today. So it is bright and early. Welcome to autumn, kind of starting to feel like winter in England. It's a beautiful, 12 degrees. It's actually not that cold. I got a jumper on, I got jeans on. It's actually not that cold, but it is dark outside and it is raining. And we are going into the city. We are going into London on this fine morning. Cheers, everybody. Just a quick side note, I have become obsessed with dirty chais. So basically it's a chai tea, but you steep it in espresso. So it's like a spiced coffee. This morning, I love it. Anywho, sorry, back to the video. I am a foreigner living in England, and I thought, what does my day normally look like? Well, normally I'm sat here. I don't know how much you can see. This is my desk. I am a desk worker. I work from my desk every day. I don't go into an office. I never dreamt that I could have a job like this. I think the pandemic really changed things around. I used to go into an office. Used to go to a hot desk even, not anymore, literally just at home, which of course has its pros and cons, but I thought I'd film today because we're actually leaving the house. I have an appointment in London to get my eyes checked. So 1 calendar month ago, I got laser eye surgery in London. It was a interesting experience. I have a whole video on my channel if you want the nitty gritty, but we are going in to get my eyes checked. So I thought, come along with me. Let me show you what life is really like here. The good and the bad, the pretty and the ugly, and hopefully we don't get rained on. So I need to finish my coffee. I got my backpack. I'm going to pack. We're going to do some work while we're in London because it's going to take me 2 hours to get there. So we might as well make it worth our while. For reference, if we're talking about what life is really like, it is costing me about £25 to get into the city. I'm gonna have to then take the tube, but the tube is really cheap. £25, I think return is very cheap. I did use a rail card, which really makes a difference, and we're using the high speed into London. So £25, not bad. It's just kind of annoying because it's gonna take so long, and I bet you my appointment's gonna be half an hour. Anywho, hope you guys are doing well. Do you have any questions for a foreigner living in England? Leave a comment down below. Hope you have a nice drink, maybe a coffee or a tea. Why not both? Anywho, I'm gonna miss the train. So let's get going, shall we? So without further ado, let's go. Just kidding, I'm back. We're here for a fit check. How do you clip this? Is that right? All right. Do you think we're gonna be warm enough? It's actually not that cold, but it is raining, so I thought, well, is a hat day? Perhaps. I got my bag. I'm bringing my laptop and my book. Also, you guys didn't tell me that I had mascara all over my face earlier. When were you gonna tell me? Anywho, I am the type of person, when it comes to public transport, whether it is in Canada, although to be honest, I've never taken it in Canada, mainly here in the UK, I only travel by public transport because I sold my car back at the beginning of the pandemic. I love to stress about missing my train. So my train isn't for a long time. And here I am dressed and I'm ready to go. So, is life in the UK good for a foreigner? Well, that remains unseen, but something about standing around waiting for a train because I'm anxious about missing it is just peak performance. Anywho, I'm gonna very slowly walk to the station. Hope you guys are doing well. It is actively raining. I love that for me. I love to be out in the rain all day. We got our backpack. Do I look like I'm going to school? Anyway, I have no updates. Let's go. Hey guys, and welcome to London. So, where do we begin? First off, my eyes are great. Sorry, we shouldn't start there. So got into London just fine. My clinic is on Harley Street, which is a really interesting part of London. Lots of history there. The appointment was just fine. So my eyes are good and I can see, and they actually don't want me to come back until 11 months. So normally they have like a 3-month just in case, but they said I really don't need it, which is fab, because that means I don't have to come back till literally next year. Incredible. So we are on our way to a cute little cafe that I saw online. That's the only reason we're going. It looks cute. I've got my laptop, I've got a book. I figure while we're here, let's do like a little bit of work. Do you know what I mean? Like at least pretend. But we are just having a seat in the gardens. Like, London is such a massive city, but I love finding like little hidden bits like this. You know, all the benches are basically full of people just like taking a break, having a cup of coffee, a smoke break from work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? It's just really nice. There's like little pockets of parks and greenery everywhere. Anywho, I am really hungry. I could go for a croissant, maybe some sort of pastry, a sausage roll, and a big, nice coffee. So I'm going to have a sit for just a second, and then we're going to continue on to our cafe. Because to be completely honest, there's loads of people watching me. How do people film in public? I think I'm just too self-aware of everyone looking. Anyway, let's keep going. Hey guys, just me jumping in to say, guess what? This video is sponsored by Babbel. Babbel is a language learning platform which offers 14 different languages that you can learn in a variety of different ways through podcasts, magazines, even games. And Babbel is constantly updating their content from actual experts, none of this like AI nonsense. So you're learning from real native speakers. Now, as a Canadian in Canada growing up, you have to learn French. And I hated every second of it. I just couldn't get it. I hated French class. I was so anxious about going to French class because it just didn't make sense to me. I would be very often ill mysteriously when we had French class. I really hated it. And the second I was allowed to drop French, you better believe I did. Literally as quickly as possible. But learning French with Babbel is actually really enjoyable. So I can either do it on my laptop or on my phone, even on train journeys, coming home from London. Takes a long time to get home. I can practice my French in a way that's actually fun and enjoyable. And it's not just like writing out the same phrase over and over again like we did in French class. There's a variety of different ways to learn. So you might find one way is better suited to you. And it actually works. And I do have a special discount for viewers. So if you click my link in the description, you can get up to 50% off your Babbel subscription. And you can start learning a new language literally right now. Whether you are on the train home from London or you're sat on the couch, you can start learning a new language literally anywhere. Anyway, thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video, but let's get back to it. Hey guys, welcome to, what's this place called? The Portman. Alright, we're very close to the street, so I don't know if any of this is going to be usable. Hello, how are you doing? So, after my eye test, I stopped in at the Monocle, which is a very cute little cafe. They also have a shop sort of down the street, which I didn't realize. But I had this giant cinnamon roll, oh my god, and a nice coffee. Did some reading. Did I do literally any work? No, I didn't, but I've been carrying my laptop everywhere. Then we met up here at the Portland with my friend who's also working in the city, which is kind of wild. Neither of us live here, and yet we were like 2 blocks away. So just had a beautiful fish and chips. It's been raining off and on, but it's actually kind of hot out, like it's decent. Anyway, had a lovely time. Haven't done any work today, which means a lot of work tomorrow, or this evening actually. I think we're going to have a little bit of a wander, head back to the station, and then back home. As much as I love visiting London, I'm very grateful that I'm close enough that I could come into the city pretty easy, but I am not a London girly. It's too loud. There's too many people. I need the countryside. But I'm very grateful that it's easy to get into the city, and it's easy to get out. So we're going to have a wander. Hopefully it doesn't rain anymore, although I did bring an umbrella because you gotta. Anywho, I hope this video is something. And that's it. That's my update. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm home and I'm exhausted. So I ran for my train, but I got it. So the running was justified. I just got home. I am pooped. Feels like it's been a long day. I don't feel like I've accomplished that much, but I know that's not true. I'm so happy that my eye surgery went well and my eyes are healing. I don't need to go back until my 12-month final checkup, which feels really fun. And I met up with a friend, had a great lunch, had a catch up, got rained on a little bit, but not too bad. So that's something. As a Canadian, the concept of just going to London like doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like I just went to London and it's no biggie. And I don't want that ever to become something that I take for granted. As much as I could never live in London, as a Canadian, it is just kind of crazy just to remember that I live here. Do you know? Does that make sense? I think I'm tired. And for all like 4 expats who watch this video, hi, how's it going? London is incredible. I hope the footage looked okay. But personally for me, the small towns and villages of the UK, that is where it's at. Humble opinion. But I'm home now. It's basically dinner time, but I am not hungry. That fish and chips, oh my god, was huge. I am pooped. I think I'm going to have a shower. I think I'm going to watch an episode of Taskmaster. Love the show. Great show. Latest season. Very funny. And yeah, I'm just going to have a quiet night. I'm tired, but I feel good. And I'm so sorry if the stuff that you just watched was a bit of a mess. I'm learning, okay? Also, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous clip. Okay, so met up with my friend for lunch, and she was like, "You've got some orange stuff on your face. What is that?" She's like, "Oh, did they use the orange dye for your eyes?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes they did." So from the eye appointment, I went and I had a nice sit in the Paddington Gardens park. Then I went to a cafe and I was like hanging out and eating and drinking, and then met up with my friend. You guys didn't tell me that I had orange dye all over my face. And it's probably still there. But that's okay. London is busy enough that I don't think a lot of people notice. You know, you're in a big city, like people aren't looking at you. They're just kind of trying to get around you, which in this situation actually worked out in my favor. Anywho, I'm gonna have a shower and put some PJs on and have a quiet night, and I will probably speak to you soon. Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine evening? Well, totally forgot what I was gonna say. I've got a couple of thoughts. So first up, I was just editing the London footage that you have just watched, unless you skipped ahead, in which case, whatever. Thanks for clicking on this video anyway. And something came to mind. I think the phrase living abroad is a little bit deceiving because I think we should be talking about working abroad. Because really, what do I spend my life doing? 80% of the time is working. So while going into London is a really cool excursion, and I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the vlog footage, that's not really what my life is day to day. My life day to day is this. Welcome. So I've just finished a working day. It's starting to get dark out and I am getting hungry for dinner. So is the UK good for foreigners? For working? Yes. I think the UK has a way better work-life balance than Canada, than America. So while I spend so much of my life working, I do think the UK is better. It's not perfect, and not every job is going to be perfect here or better. Do you know what I mean? But just like on average. I will also say I've been feeling a bit depressed lately. Don't know if that's just me, maybe you too. And I think it is good to know that moving abroad or working abroad as a privilege, because it really is a privilege, that doesn't mean it's perfect. That doesn't mean mental illness or mental struggles or those types of things won't find you. But I am feeling better today. I feel like I got a lot of work done. I'm feeling productive. I feel like I've got a good plan, a good strategy, got a lot of stuff completed or mostly completed today. So that feels good. I know this part is not really exciting, and I feel like a lot of people have clicked off this video, which, you know what, I totally get it. But this is my life here as a foreigner in the UK. I have to work. You watching this video may also be the same. You have to work unless you're retired, in which case, wow, I'm jealous. But it is a privilege to work here. Now, saying all this, it would have been cheaper to just stay in Canada. Yes, 100%. I have probably spent over £10,000 just to have the privilege to live and work in the UK. Now, I do not have permanent residency. I do not have indefinite leave to remain, and I do not have citizenship. So the visa costs are still going to keep coming. However, would be cheaper to stay back in Canada, but it is a privilege to be here. I love it here. I enjoy it here. It's not perfect. My work life here is good, though. Anywho, those were just like the thoughts kind of like swirling around my brain while I was editing this video. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Like I mentioned earlier, if you do have any questions for a foreigner living and working in the UK, please leave a comment down below. And thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video. That super duper helps. And thank you guys for watching this video. The whole reason I started this YouTube channel was I just wanted to be very honest about what it is like living here. And, you know, for a working person, a lot of it is kind of boring, but peaceful and a real privilege. I like the boring. I really embrace my grandma energy. Okay, that's a separate story. That's something different entirely. I'm getting off topic. I am going to go put some PJs on. I'm going to go start dinner. I'm going to curl up on the couch and maybe play a little bit of Animal Crossing. Might watch a movie tonight, chill, go to bed early. What could be better? Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in some more vlog, travel, day in the life type stuff here in the UK, definitely check out this video. But as always, thank you guys honestly, truly so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Make sure to get your sad lights out because with this dark situation, I think I'm going to need it. Anyway, I'm leaving now. Thank you guys so much and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.